Hello, teachers. We have been using PBLs in our classrooms, and by design, they are meant to be used by learners independently. In order to help children, let's go through this PBL together. We will aim at simplifying the instructions and supporting the child with our intervention. PBL for grade 7 is I Love Questions. We will be exploring the PBL for the chapter Journey to the Top for the concept questions. The learning objectives are identify the correct WH question based on the context, understand the usage of WH question words, learning outcomes mapping, reads to seek information from the given text, refers to the dictionary to check the meaning of words, reads text with comprehension, locates details and sequence of events, conducts short interviews of people around, example, interviewing grandparents, teachers, school librarian, gardener, etc. The PBL starts with the introduction of the character Ansi. You may ask the question, what is your name? For which the learners will reply with their name, saying, my name is, and their name. Let the learners think about these questions. Discuss in the classroom whether they like to ask questions and even if they like to answer questions. This discussion will warm up the learners to the idea. Section A, let us understand. These are question words. Initially, you look at these words and you read them aloud. What, where, when, and why. Explain to the children what the equivalents are in their mother tongue. What, yenu, where, yelli, when, yavaga, why, yake. Once you're comfortable with the children having understood these question words in the bilingual language, you may pose this question. Why should we use question words? Or which of these words do we ask when we're asking questions? So discuss these questions with the students. I suggest that we use examples to help the student recognize WH questions in everyday conversation. For example, for what? What are you doing now? For where? Where is your house? For when? When did you come to school? And why? Why do you need to drink milk? Moving on to section B, let us read and understand. You read the interview between Mr. Ravi and Miss Rosie. Ensure that you tell the students that they observe the use of question words. They can also see that some questions have been, some words have been highlighted in a different color. They can also put down their thoughts about why these words are colored. You may read the interview this way. Mr. Ravi, what can I use instead of plastic bags when I shop, Rosie? Miss Rosie, cloth bags are the best carry bags, Ravi. Mr. Ravi, where can I get cloth bags? Miss Rosie, you can purchase cheap cloth bags from the Paris tailors. Mr. Ravi, when will the Paris tailors be open? Miss Rosie, Paris tailors are open on all days of the week. Why are you asking questions about cloth bags, Mr. Ravi? Mr. Ravi, because I want to avoid using plastic at home. This will help us all avoid the effect of harmful effects of plastic. Pause every time you see a WH question and read it and reread it till the students understand. Be open to them expressing their thoughts in a bilingual manner. Section C, let us do. This section talks to us about the purpose of each WH questions. In the PBL, the answers are what seeks information about things and objects, where seeks information about location and place, when seeks information about time, why seeks information about the reason. Encourage the children to look up a dictionary for words they do not understand. In this case, it could be the word seek. Encourage children to be independent and they can ask questions and think about how do you think we can use these WH questions? Do you think we can use these WH questions to interview someone? How will you do it? What kind of questions will you ask? Be open to all answers given by the students. Let them think about the WH questions. Take about the various situations that you can use. Guide them towards the situation of an interview as there is an activity about it later. Now you may summarize the answers given by the children by using this section. You may encourage them to translate the role of the question. Check if their understanding is accurate. Now, what are the types of questions that we can ask? Introduce the children to yes or no questions, close-ended questions, and open-ended questions. Put down questions on the board. These questions can be given by the students. Then, explain the kinds of questions and use the questions given by the students as examples. Look at these examples and try to understand what kinds of questions they are. Yes or no questions could be, do you like ice cream? So the person would respond yes or a no. Close-ended question, have you ever been to the beach? It's also a yes or a no. Open-ended question, on the other hand, can have multiple answers. What do you think is the most important invention of all time? The students can identify the kind of question from the questions on the board. You can use this opportunity to check if they have understood the concept clearly. Read this small, interesting story. In a bustling Indian forest, Raju the elephant and Meera the peacock stumbled upon a shimmering object beside a calm river. The object was half buried in the ground. Raju, curious, asked Meera, what could this shiny thing be? Meera, also curious, replied, maybe it's a lost treasure. Raju then wondered, should we uncover it? Meera nodded. Together, they carefully dug around the object. To their surprise, it was a sparkling glass bottle with a paper note rolled inside. The note was a plea from the river, urging them to avoid using plastic and to protect the environment from pollution. Raju, shocked by the message, asked Meera, can we really help nature? Meera, determined, replied, yes, we can spread awareness about avoiding plastic and act responsibly. We all can. They decided to share the message with their forest friends, organizing a campaign to reduce the use of plastic and keep the environment clean. Through their efforts, they taught everyone the importance of protecting the environment and inspired others to join their cause, showing that every small action counts in the preserving the beauty of their forest home. Did you notice the different kinds of questions in the story? Ask the students which of them were yes or no questions, which of them were close ended questions, and which of them were open ended questions. The exercise that follows have written them down in boxes, and we need to identify what kind of question it is. As you see in your PBL, you have a list of questions. Raju, intrigued, asked Meera, "What could this shiny thing be?" It's an open ended question. Raju then wondered, "Should we uncover it?" It's a yes or no question. Meera, curious, replied, "Maybe it's a lost treasure." This is also a yes or no question. Raju, shocked by the message, asked Meera, "Can we make a difference?" This is a yes or no question. Raju then wondered, "Should we uncover it?" Yes or no question. And Raju, shocked by the message, asked Meera, "Can we make a difference?" This also is a yes or no question. Please note, teachers, that the yes or no questions can also be a close-ended question. But all close-ended questions are not necessarily yes or no questions. Like, for example, I can ask a close-ended question like, "Which book do you like?" You could say you like book A or like book B. So it's not yes or no, but it's an actual choice between two names. Section D. Let's create questions. Give the students direction to make it easy for them to ask questions. For example, gather information about a holiday. Where did you go? When did you go? What did you do there? Who did you see there? Why did you go there? These questions would just help the students warm up to the actual exercise that is given in the PBL. Once the children are accustomed to asking different questions, shorter questions, and retrieving information from each other based on the questions, you can move them on to the template, which is the interviewee and the interviewer template. This would have you to list the question and the response according to the way they speak. What's next? Use this knowledge of the different kinds of questions and ask questions to your friends and family members or your teacher using the different kinds of questions. Included are practice sheet questions. This will help the students prepare for competitive exams. For example, we have, what type of information does the question "what" seek? The answer is reason. Question 2. The question "when" seeks information about the time. Question 3. How are yes or no questions answered? With yes or no. 4. Which question seeks information about the reason something has happened? Why? Which of these is an open-ended question? What did you do over the weekend? This is the sample of the OMR sheet that the child can use to fill out as they are writing out the answers in the practice questions. This would bring them a good practice for their competitive exams. For all the complete solutions to all the practice sheets provided at the end of each PBL, please refer Teachopia, and the path is given below. This concludes our journey through this PBL. I wish you a fruitful learning experience. Thank you.